The
Can you see my draw
intro.
on this?
Yes, I can see you drawing. The intro is Welcome to Tetris 101 with the Saint.
Yeah. Yay.
All right, let's
Okay.
talk about it. So I tried to, as I played, like focus on stacking.
Okay.
Um,
Yep.
my general vibe for the games, and I'm sure this is like comes from my own incompetence, but I feel like games go well until they don't. Like I think that's
That's
just
reasonable.
I think well what I mean is that like to me it feels like there's nothing better I can do in stacking when I'm scoring Tetrises, which I'm sure is 100% false. And then the instant that a couple things go wrong, and I misdrop a fair amount, so you'll see that. But the instant like something goes wrong, then I just instantly die. That's what it feels like to me. Um,
Yeah.
of course, again, I'm sure that's wrong.
This is fine. Sorry, I just get started. Like, yeah, I basically agree. Like, I think like, I mean, it touches a lot about like confidence and like pattern recognition. So like, if you feel like things are not going right when like your sequences are not going the way you want them to,
Right.
it's probably to do not only a little bit with your confidence, but also just like your view of the game, which of course is something we can work on, right? Like just practicing good habits and whatnot.
Hmm.
So, I mean, but this opener so far is pretty good, pretty standard. So,
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like this so far has felt perfectly fine to me.
yeah,
But
this is
then
fine.
randomly something will go wrong. And
Score could also gone here, but this is fine.
would it be better on the left?
I think if you're just going for Tetris readiness, this is fine. But I
Should
think
I, at my level, be more focused on Tetris readiness or building out the left?
I think you can do either here. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer,
Okay.
because you're so low on the board. Like if you were where the square line is, like I would reconsider. But like you're rolling and you're also like the game just started, right? So I think your either way works.
So high up, you think left is better?
I like defaulting towards the left. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I always tell people just to like when in doubt, like there's three phases basically. Like there's one, two, and then three. So traditionally speaking, like generically speaking, anytime that you are stacking, you want to stack in that order. Like if you don't know where a piece should go, you should like, or like if you have dependencies shaping on the board, you
Right.
fix it in this order, like pretty much every single time.
Okay.
And that's just because if you start like two, what you'll do is you'll usually build a spire,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you'll split the board. If I say split the board, do you know what that means? Like,
Yes.
do you understand? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Uh, and if you start on three, right, what you'll do is you'll cut off your burn options. So like you'll only be able to burn with lone bars on average.
So in
And
that regard, if there's a bar dependency on like the far left and then like column five, for example,
yeah,
and the
you would go left first.
but what if column five is like a couple levels lower, the dependency?
Situational, but almost always you would go. It depends on how close you are to Tetris readiness, basically.
Okay, I mean, my default is just to put the bar dependency. If I have more than one dependency, it's usually just to put it in
Yeah,
the lowest one.
that sounds right. Yeah,
Okay.
like if your bar dependencies are like here, here, then you probably would do middle first. Like
Okay.
assuming that your right side, assuming you can burn from this side still.
Right.
Like assuming you can actively access burns here, you would do it this way. Like
Okay.
assuming they're but it's situational. But yeah, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here.
Okay.
Oh, oops, I did not mean to full screen. Um, I mean here we can adjust for the square. Like there's a few ways to do so. Because basically, what I don't like when play Tetris is I don't like building this shape, like this awkward T shape.
Okay.
Um, so like you'll notice people do this a lot, but this is an easy way to get into bunch of like dependencies basically. Like when you make this shape, like anything that basically needs this or vice versa to resolve is generally not what you want. Like this kind of shape in general.
Okay.
So here you have a few options. You can probably just do this, and your square could go here.
Mm-hmm. Or left.
Um, yeah, yeah. Or basically, I like defaulting to this because you have a too wide next, right? You know that you have square coming. Um, So especially when I have square coming, I don't like cutting off my like square accessibilities, right? Because
Okay.
before this piece came here, you had a 3 wide. I don't usually like breaking 3 wides with 2 wides if I don't have to.
Okay.
It just breaks parity, right? So
Right.
like you can see how here now you need like if you don't get specifically a T or is it Z? Yeah, it is Z.
Yeah.
If you don't get a T or a Z, you see how you'll need 2 pieces to resolve this hole, this kind of
Yeah.
shaped hole. So in general, I don't like making this hole if I don't have to. So I would default to this, and then depending on the next piece, if it was 3 wide, I would go here, and if it's a square like it is here, I would go here. So
Okay.
that's kind of the thought process behind that.
Okay. And so then if I put that in, what is that, 6, 7, and then whatever's coming after the square, I would choose whether to put the square left or right, depending on what it
It
is.
also just depends on the next piece because if you had the T in the next piece, right, this would be the perfect move.
Right.
But like yeah, this is like next box awareness. So um so if your next box is like something that's like a 2 wide, generally you don't want to break apart spaces on the board that can accommodate for those, right?
Okay.
Like do you see how like here you're forced to take a burn, but
Yeah.
you might not have needed to because you broke your shapes for it basically. So you're forced to put your square here, and then you weren't Tetris ready because of it. It's a
Right.
very small optimization, but
I mean, it could have easily
sometimes it matters.
snowballed, so I
Yeah.
get it. And
So you
I
want to know that.
assume that's what happens, is that I end up doing something that seems small and then it snowballs.
Yeah, like so this is good. Again, right? We wanna. Generally speaking, what I tell people is that you want to wait until your piece comes about here before you make your final decision. Especially
Okay.
when you're rolling, you can even wait until like you come here
Okay.
on 18, because you have a lot of time, right? Like you can make this roll very easily. You said you were comfortable on your like manipulation of
Yeah, I
manipulation
feel pretty
pieces.
comfortable.
Okay, like if you're comfortable, then you should be defaulting this,
Okay.
and square goes here, right? Um, because if you think about again, right, we want to build our phases like in a descending slope this way,
Yeah.
like 1, 2, 3. So this is like what I would mean. Like here you're going to 3, but you could you know fix out your what your this is I guess like between 1 and 2, but like think about it that way, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, in
like
hindsight, that seems incredibly obvious, but in the moment, what probably happened is I was thinking about it
yeah,
before I ever saw the square, and then I never
yeah,
just adjusted.
yeah, and I think that's fine, but yeah, you see how this is better. Like you see how it's better because now you
Oh
can
yeah, no,
yeah.
this is obviously
So,
worse.
so yeah, definitely don't want that if you don't have to. Yeah, I mean this is kind of awkward.
Yeah, this is what typically happens.
Okay, I mean this is good. This so far is so good. Sure, square burn's fine. I mean, oh, this is fine. Um, a few options. Like what you do is fine. You can tuck the T this way.
Oh
That's also fine.
geez. Oh wow. Okay.
Um,
Or on the left, I guess I could as well, huh?
or you could also do it like here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't think there's not a wrong answer here. It's just that um like if you think about what you're gonna do, you're going to go like this, right? Um, okay, like it's a bad like let's just see what happens. So do you see how like do you see now how your T like your default towards where your T is gonna go is a little awkward?
Oh yeah.
So that's why usually like if I can I don't want to put T's if I can on like flat surfaces.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah, like I think your default here once you do this is that you should think about not splitting your board because you see how once your T is coming towards the left, you're gonna split the board no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Like a default here is if you're gonna do that, you should just come into this.
Okay.
Um,
Especially knowing that the next piece I can just
Yeah,
throw in the four
especially knowing
wide.
the next piece. Again, right? It's all about the next piece and winners. So
Yeah.
like you should give yourself some more time to think. Also, I'm talking a little fast, so let me know if you needed me to slow down a bit.
No, you're good. I get it.
But generally, like you see how like if we had adjusted, we had a we had better surface to work with.
Yeah.
Versus like right now, like once you're gonna put this T down here, it's a little awkward to like fix your parity. Like this is the option that kills your parity the least.
Right, once I've already put the S down.
Yeah,
Or
pretty
the
much.
Z down, I mean.
I guess you could also do this. This is also fine, but
Right, and then,
it makes the right a little awkward though.
yeah,
Is kind of the thought process.
right, the staircase.
So they're both fine, but yeah, in general, I usually I think my default here would have been I don't know what Stack Rabbit thinks, but I would have done this and then tuck the T here.
Okay. Yeah,
That's what
I would never see that. I might have seen putting the Z up on 2-3 and then tucking.
Yeah, I think they're both fine.
I don't think I would have ever seen the 7-8. So
I think my default is the default you're going for if you're going for score. The
gotcha.
default here is also fine. Like they're both fine.
Gotcha.
They're both fine when you're low. I should clarify. Like don't
Yeah.
do it if you're like higher up. It can be risky, but yeah, you see this is awkward.
Yep.
Like basically this creates this, right?
I
This,
hate
like,
this.
shape on the side,
This
which is like super awkward.
I hate this stupid shape. The stupid one little in the middle and then two on the sides.
Yeah, this is like super awkward. Like, and again, that comes from your default. Like moving your T this way is tricky.
Right.
Because you could also just taken a skim here.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what I would normally do. I don't know why I didn't here.
I mean, I mean, it's just because you're low, right? Like when you're low on the boards, you don't usually want to skim.
I guess so,
fine,
yeah.
But yeah, I would like highly encourage not. Oh, oops. I would highly encourage not doing this specifically.
Okay.
Because you're gonna make the bar dependency. Just go here, right? Just go. Oh, oops. Wrong thing.
Just go 6-7. Yeah. Okay.
Like you don't need to make the bar dependency. It's not worth it.
Okay. Sometimes when I'm low on the board, I just say fuck it and take the dependency.
Here I would take the skim.
With the
with the T.
Oh, with the T?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's kind of talk about it for a second. So again, first of all, this is mostly because of the next piece. But second of all, once you have this structure, you need either 2 skims or 2 bars to get Tetris ready, right?
Right.
So, I would have just taken the skim with the T because your next piece is really good for the shape you have going on.
Oh. I didn't even think about that. So not wasting that divot because the next piece will fill it so nicely.
Yeah, it's mostly just like knowing the next again. Like this is all like next piece.
I mean, I did take the next piece into account, but my thought process was like, oh, the T on the. That's why I put the T to the left and not the right because there was.
You probably went like this, right? And this is probably your default.
Yeah, that was my brain. So I was taking both pieces into account. Otherwise, I would have flipped the T.
Yeah.
Actually, flipping the T would have been better because then I could have put the Z to the right.
Yeah, you could also. Yeah, you could have done this as well.
I think that's worse, but still, I mean, I could have done.
I mean, I think this is fine for the record. Like if you're committing to not burning pieces here, it's just that, like logically speaking, you're gonna have to skim at some point here. So the T is a like efficient way to do so.
Right. Yeah. No, it makes sense because it's one burn for 2 lines.
Like awkward because like if you think about this is kind of advanced, so like you can stop me if it's like kind of confusing, but like you have 1 2. This is pretty advanced stack theory. So you have 1 2, 1 2 3, and 0.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. So and if you're taking into consideration your next piece, like if you like you don't usually want to break 2 wides with T's because it creates awkward shapes.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like let's just assume you do this into this, you create an awkward shape like here or here. Like do you see how this is
right?
like
the piece after will create something awkward.
Yeah, the piece after your active placement is going to be awkward.
I see.
And then if you go like T here and this, you create awkwardness like here.
Right.
Okay. So like so the best way to just get out of both is just to burn.
Right.
And then like if you think about the surface afterwards, right? Like it's a better shape.
Gotcha.
Like you don't break apart any of your active like 2 wides or 3 wides. So that's the thought process, but because yeah, you see how you're gonna end up taking 2 burns here anyways.
Yeah.
And now your board is jagged.
Yep.
That's kind of the thought process with the T. So like,
gotcha.
You chose to not burn with the T, but you ended up committing the same amount of burns for a worse board.
Yep.
And that happens a lot when you make this decision, like when you do the T into like an S or a Z.
Yeah, I mean the only situation where my decision is better is if there's 2 bars immediately after, which you can't bet on.
There's a move here. It's after this one. You can roll adjust for this. Do you see it?
No. Oh, yeah, I do. I'm not putting T-spins in yet. I'm way too inconsistent.
Yeah, I just want to point out the shape for you.
I see it now that you told me to look for something, but I would never do that in a game on purpose because I'm just not consistent enough with T-spins.
Yeah, I just want you to start seeing it so that when you are more comfortable, you can start doing them because it's the right move here.
Okay.
Like if you're confident, this is the move you should go for every time.
Gotcha.
Because it resolves your shape the best.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
If you think about it, like this is the best way to resolve all your dependencies. Like it solves literally every dependency you have going on.
Right.
So if you're confident, you should go for it.
Okay.
But if you're not confident, right? At least think about it so that you know that it's an option for when you need to think about it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean also just like doing more T-spins will get me there.
It's also like if you're just practicing and you have 0 like stakes.
Yeah.
Start practicing them so that you're comfortable for doing them in real games. Because like if you want to get better, right? Like that's obviously a way to do so. But yeah, if you see this kind of shape, going for the adjustment's good.
Okay.
Because it resolves all your burns and again it fixes your dependencies.
There, I probably should have. I should have thrown the S left so that the L could have, right? So like right here, I should have thrown that all the way left so that the red could go. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But you recognize that, so that's good.
Yeah, a lot of these things are really obvious in retrospect, but during a game, they're less obvious.
Yeah, they're hard to see during a game, but I think you should have skimmed with one of these because do you see how like you're creating a bunch of jags?
I do. I think my thought process in the moment is it's not worth skimming if it doesn't get me Tetris ready anyways.
Yeah. That's also fair. I mean, if you're just playing for like maximum efficiency, this makes sense. It's just that
well, I'm not. I don't need maximum efficiency. I have a 900K.
Yeah, if you're just trying to play for like clean, you can just take a skim.
Okay.
But it's not a huge deal either way.
And I take it anyways.
Just that eventually, more often than not, you're gonna take a skim there.
Yeah. I should have adjusted that left for the J.
Yeah, I don't like this. You can just
And then eventually, once I get high enough, I'll just.
All of this is fine. Okay, this is like a bit of panic. Basically.
Yeah.
There are a few options, right? We can let's rewatch this. I mean, this all comes from your bar here. I really despise bar here, even as rollers. this placement is a killer because, I mean, do you know why it's bad? Like,
I mean, I don't really have good burn options.
Yeah, it means your only real burn option is the lone bar.
Right, or like an L, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's
or a T. Yeah, but it's all bad because it like burns one line and doesn't delay me much.
Like the only efficient burn option is the lone bar. Basically, is the real problem here. So like this is fine, this is fine, this is fine.
I probably shouldn't I have burned? I don't know. I wouldn't have instantly burned. It would have been delayed. But
I don't think you need to burn with this, but I think your score needs to go farther.
Okay.
So like your score needs to go. Okay, if you're like really really good, like your score.
Right, and then I could tuck the L after.
Yeah, that's the way to maintain the most priority. But if you're not confident in hitting a roll this quickly.
I mean, I would hit that. I just would never see it in time.
Okay. Well, I mean, again, right, something to work on then.
Yeah.
But yeah, like every time you see this shape, square into J is ideal.
Gotcha.
Like this is like perfect almost every time if you can.
And so if I'm not doing that in this situation, do you think that there's merit to throwing the square all the way right, knowing that the L will then fit, 7, 8 or 6, 7, 8, and then I just need something to resolve there to burn?
Oh, I like square here. Like if you're not gonna adjust for it, and then.
Okay.
And then like going like this.
Okay.
Then it's easier to burn out of too wide.
Okay,
like,
that's true.
Like this shape is easy to burn from.
Right.
Like if your J ends up here, like this is easy to burn from.
Right.
But what you do is not very easy to burn from. Like this is
yes, that's rough. At least I recognize it and immediately throw that left. But yeah.
Yeah, but like now you're in panic mode, right? Like
yeah, I mean, I'm just throwing pieces like wherever my first instinct is.
Yeah, And I mean, are you dead? Yeah, that kills you, but that's all good. Next game. Sure, this is fine. Okay, sure, that's also fine. I think I would have just.
You would have just put it 7-8.
I think I would have just done this.
Yeah.
I think that's 8-9.
Oh, is that 8-9? Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I think I would have just done that because I don't like this. I don't like what's to come basically.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I get lucky with the pieces, I'm sure, because the game keeps going. But yeah, it could have been bad.
I mean, you're also relatively low. Like you're not at any risk. It's just
The thing is, I misdrop often enough that I'm kind of at a risk everywhere.
All right, fair enough. This is all fine. This is just this needs to be defaulted otherwise. Like if this is your shape, you should always default.
Okay.
Again, right? We talked about like creating those like jags, but like once you do this, like you have this T hole.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to resolve. Also, like you should considering your next piece, right? Like
yeah, and I could easily throw it against it.
Is like way easier.
Yep.
Like way better to work with.
Yeah.
Like it just creates less holes. Like so in general, you never want to default into killing your 3 whites with 2 whites.
Okay, that's something I have to get into my head.
Like you don't need to take a skim here. You can just go all the way.
Gotcha.
You're at no risk.
I did it again.
Don't make that shape.
Yeah. I didn't have a saint in my brain at the time.
You see, if you just go literally 1 to the left, you have a 2 white to work with.
Yeah.
Like. In general, like your T wants to go here. Like in general, you never want the thing furthest to the left to be a shape that only one spot can go into, basically, like one tetramino can go into.
Right.
As almost every single time, if you can, you want the farthest left platform to be something you can at least put a 2 white into, just for parity purposes.
Okay.
So like if your T is here, it gives you 2 white to work with, versus 1 white to work with. And if you think about like how many pieces you can actually actively be given, that's a big deal.
Right.
Like that's a big deal for parity. So generally 2 white is going to be much more flexible than one. So that's why this is not good.
Okay.
You create this shape.
Yeah, I think I put it there because it made a nice little area for the Z.
Yeah, but like if you go 1 over, right, you still have that nice shape. And
well, do I? I can't put the Z all the way left then. Where do I put the Z if I do that?
Well, do you see how putting the Z here isn't even good?
I do. I'm just saying, if I had put the T 1 left, where would the Z go? So if the T is, yeah, in 2, 3, 4.
Here,
yeah,
you can just still go here.
Oh, okay, that just looks like an ugly shape to me. But I guess it's not that bad as long as you're left.
The most important thing is you just don't break the T wide, basically.
Yeah, gotcha.
Because like if we think about if we think about it in this way, like once you do this, no matter what, you're like once you create this T shape, unless you specifically get a T, you will always need multiple pieces to resolve your parity.
Right.
Versus if you leave it open, you have more options to resolve your parity. Like you have a square that can go there. Keep in mind this is all in like contingencies. Like assuming you don't get a square,
right?
Like you still have the time to hold up for multiple.
Right.
But here, like the second you score your next Tetris, you are going to need to resolve this shape at some point, and you need multiple pieces for that. Versus if you go 1 to the left, you have multiple pieces that you might still end up in the same problem, but you have more options basically because you can also put in the square.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a lot of it is just giving yourself the statistical highest chance. At the end of the day, it's still random.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, but at the end, but it's also it's just easier to resolve when you have more surface on the left.
Okay.
Like just in general, like. I mean, I would have skimmed with this, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. So, but yeah, I would have defaulted to the first skim. Um, did you catch the adjustment or no?
With these two pieces or with the one that I had just placed?
With those two.
Oh, with the 5 below here?
Well, it's hard to 5 and below here. I would just 5 and below was
Well,
J
below and 5, I guess.
No, just move the square one over to the right.
Oh, and then tuck the J.
You can do this.
Oh, no, you're not even talking about what I'm thinking about. Okay.
No.
I was thinking about putting it on 4 and 5.
Just move your square one to the right, and it's locked.
Yeah, that makes a flat board, doesn't it?
Yeah, because
And great burning on the right side.
Like this just splits the board, right?
Yeah.
So one to the right, and you don't have this problem.
Right.
So yeah. This should go all the way left.
Yeah, it definitely should. I think in my brain that's what makes sense. So I don't know why I didn't do that in game, but
yeah, I mean it's harder to get it here versus to get it here, right? So,
yeah, and this is a situation where like I easily should have seen there's a bar coming and just moved that to the left. I don't know why I just
you didn't need to take that, but
I did not. I don't know. But that was something where like as I burned, I saw it.
Yeah, and that's good, right? So
I guess it just needs to be faster.
I mean, that's better than nothing.
Yeah. Should I throw this right?
Don't love this. I think if I would pick, I would just go here.
Okay.
But I don't think.
I hate those shapes.
Yeah,
I know they're.
Once you're in this situation, it's really bad.
Yeah, I guess they're not that bad, all things considered. But like the 2 wide, but like 3 tall or more shapes.
Yeah, it's awkward.
I swear I never get a square.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like this because you have a J dependency and then you have another dependency here.
Right.
Like you have another dependency like right here, basically after you do this. But I mean, it is what it is. Okay, here comes the spire. Nice.
Yep. At the very least, I'm proud to have taken the L immediately.
Your bar's got to go here first. Actually, maybe not. Maybe but like the thing is, I don't think you're. I don't think you're. I mean, I don't think you needed to like burn in this sequence, basically.
Okay, so what?
First of all, I think this should be this. I think this should be here, so you don't create a bar dependency in the first place.
Okay. Oh, on the right side, I see. Yeah.
Is this not better? I guess it depends on how urgently you need to access this hole. Like, it depends on how urgently you need to access this hole, but my default would have been to go right here.
Okay. Interesting.
Just burn out.
Yeah, I'm really bad at burning. Like, I sort of just panic and my brain defaults to whatever is the easiest place to put something.
Like, because the thing is, if you think about it, like, you still need multiple bars to get out of this. What if you do this? You still need a bar to go into column 0, basically, right?
Right.
You still need a bar to go here. So my default was to block this hole here and just solve your problems on the left and then come back to the right.
Gotcha. Yeah, that does make it a lot easier to burn it off that way.
Because like if you think about it this way, like you get like perfect pieces into this sequence.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't get this bar, you were probably dead.
Yeah.
Basically. So I would have just blocked it off and just try to burn it to the left first, and then come back to the right.
Right.
But I think that's I mean, if it works out, it works out. So.
I don't like that logic because it works out way too often for me in situations where I'm being dumb.
That's okay. Yeah, I like this. Sure. For the record, I think it's fine to come into left well. Like I would have done it too.
In that situation.
Yeah, in that situation. I don't like this here.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
yeah.
You're trying to transfer, so just go here.
Okay.
Because yeah, now you're incentivized to go back to stay on this well.
Right, whereas I could have just thrown that L there and it would have been the end of it.
Oh, that's got to go here, right?
Yeah, on the left.
That can literally just go here and you're touched.
There you go.
It's a very minor thing to think about, but in general, you don't.
It's incredibly obvious in hindsight, so
Yeah.
I don't understand my brain during games, I guess. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know.
This is not good.
Yeah, again, that's like, looking back at that, I'm like, well, that's dumb.
You can take a single here. It'll be the best thing to take here.
Take a single here. How? Oh, yeah, that makes far more sense.
Yeah. Just
I don't know that I ever have burned like that. That's interesting.
do you not do this on the other side as well?
No, I don't think I ever have burned an L or J flat like that.
Oh, okay. You're gonna have to start doing it, especially. It's the most like it's.
I think I very rarely have a 3 wide hole.
I think it happens more than you think. Like I mean,
Probably.
I feel like it's something to be
Yeah, something that I'll think about now when I have 3 wide spaces and an L or J coming down.
Yeah, because this is just inefficient.
Yeah.
Okay, we burn back. That's good. Okay, that's good as well. That's good. Okay, we could have done it here.
Oh, shit. Okay. Wow. I guess, yeah, when I have hanging pieces to the right to be burned, it's something I gotta think about, that I don't need to fill in all the gaps because some stuff will burn itself out.
Yeah. I mean, a bit of an awkward talk sequence, but it works out. Okay, this is good.
At least I don't create the double dependency.
This default's good.
Yeah.
Single.
Single. Oh, shit. God, okay. I've never done anything like that. That's a thought.
I mean, bars are pretty worthless when you can't score them in a lot of situations. So
Right.
flat burns are useful.
Gotcha. I've definitely flat burned bars, but burning on top of a gap is very unnatural to me.
Okay, yeah. I mean, sometimes it just makes for more efficient burnings, is all.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you did not have to set up like this. Like, I mean, I think you know that this is wrong.
Yes, I do. But
That's all right. That's all right. There's a. I mean, even after we committed, there's a better. So. This wants to go here in the middle.
yeah.
So this always wants to go here first. This T wants to go here. And
Yeah.
then play from there. Because now you have more burns to take.
Would you hang that on top of the square and tuck?
I thought about it, but then after thinking, I think this is better.
Okay.
I don't think you need to take this single though. This is just like unnecessary.
Okay.
I think just think about where your board is. Like I don't love this setup because it creates this shape, right? But
Yeah.
you don't need to tuck. Like you do not need to take this single. Like you're so low on the board, just go left. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's you're chilling. Sure, this is all fine. Okay, yeah, that's gotta go here.
I should flip that onto 4-5.
Yeah, you should flip that, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, skimming Tetris is good. This is fine. This is a little awkward, but yeah, I think this is fine.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a situation I run into, and I just don't know what else to do.
Yeah, it's a little awkward, but yeah, because you do end up with this, but
yeah,
I think in this case it was like pretty rough sequence. So, not the end of the world.
Yeah, I just feel like I got out of that because I got perfect pieces, not because
Yeah,
I
you got
did
good
anything
pieces.
well.
The thing is, I mean, that's how Tetris works sometimes. Like sometimes it just works out like that. Like it.
Yeah.
Oh God, my cat's walked into my room.
I gotta make sure my cat doesn't hear. Yeah, what the fuck do I do with that? What do I do with a T when I have two 2 wides and no 3 wide area?
Um, just flat on here.
On the right side, really?
Yeah, just here.
Okay.
Because you should think about your next piece, right? Your next piece is got to go here. So.
Right.
So
Yeah, I mean, I did think about that, but
the bad answer is that it depends on the like which in this case because it fits perfectly into this shape here, like you just want to throw it here.
okay.
Like this is fine though, like it's not the end of the road. This should be adjusted. I that you should go all the way left.
Okay. Oh, right, and then throw the L in. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So everything else is fine. This is good. This is good. All the way left. Yeah, all this is fine. So I was just pausing to think. Okay, this is like I feel like you're not gonna see this, but I'm just gonna point it out anyways.
Sure. Oh, because there's a bar coming, I can create the dependency.
You're
Yeah.
also not just ready either way. Yeah.
Yeah,
In general, like this is what you should be looking for. Again, bars are pretty useless unless you can. So like anytime you can adjust into a position where bars don't make your stack awkward, good.
That's something I don't really think about that I need to. It's like I can create a dependency if the next piece is a
Yeah,
bar.
you should be thinking about that for sure.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of people don't do that. Like you can make dependencies if you can build them in the next piece.
Right.
You just shouldn't be default.
Right. It's like if you created a Vits all the time, it'd be awful. But if you know the next piece is a bar.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the intentional Vits is that you and CTWC or whatever, they're like more often than not they're troll. But I mean, if you can like get in the next piece, like it's ideal.
I feel like there was a better place to put that T. Can we look at that T?
Yeah, sure, we can look at this.
I don't know exactly what it was, but I feel like it fucked the whole board, and I don't know what else I should have done with it. Should I have just put it there and then thrown the L? Yeah, okay, all right. That was another thought that I had now.
I mean, that's good, because yeah, you recognize that you're making these T dependencies.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the whole board is ugly now.
Yeah, I mean, at least you recognize that. That's good. That is good. That is progress. One to the left.
One to the left. Oh. Wait. Oh.
And you can go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Just don't break your 3 wides, 2
Yeah.
wides, etc.
Yeah, I've never had the concept of a 2 wide or 3. You're the first person to explain that to me, so.
Oh, well, that's okay. That's why we do these things. I mean, this is just a slightly. Oh, okay. I mean, you just didn't know what you
I took too long to decide and did something dumb.
that happens.
That happens a lot. Especially burning. I'm like, okay. I get down eventually. I don't often die to like dumb burns, but I spend way too long.
Yeah, it just kills efficiency. I get it. It happens.
I shouldn't have done that because I created a dependency. Now I'm just like, fuck it, dirty Tetris.
Okay, well, don't do that.
Yeah, it does.
Like, just don't adjust out of it, basically.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is then I just keep adjusting out of it until I kill myself.
Nah, you should just burn. Sure.
I'm trying. I'm trying everything I can to burn, but it just keeps going higher and higher.
I think you're fine.
I eventually get good pieces for it. That's all.
Surely you're fine. Oh.
No, I'm just not fine.
That's got to go all the way left.
Yeah, it's just terrible. Just an awful decision.
I think you're just like a little bit panicky, but
I mean, yeah, I'm halfway up the board on 19 with Swiss cheese below me. It's yeah.
I mean, I think like, I guess it depends on your confidence. Like, because if you're confident, like this isn't actually like, you actually have a lot to work with. It's just kind of the only problem is that it's just high.
I don't have time to think. That's all. For my level, for my ability, like I just
Like if you're not like yeah, if you're not actively thinking about it, it's kind. I guess it's kind of difficult.
yeah.
Okay, I mean that's okay. We move on. So far so good.
So that was like one misdrop into like an entire minute of failing to burn, and that's what killed me.
You just like panicked placement to like somewhere here. So like I mean okay, the real problem is that you created this jagged shape to start with. Like
True.
that's what actually
True.
I can't remember where, but like you make a panic placement somewhere.
Yeah, no, I think it's like an S coming up like right here or something. No, somewhere soon there's a panic. Yeah. Because my default is throw it left because it looks nice, and then I'm like, oh shit, that's a dependency. And I tried to double rotate it and throw it all the way right, but I think I didn't do it in time.
Yeah, don't worry about it too much. Like you should just be trying to get all the way out. Like don't yeah it's just it's a minor mistake, but like it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean I'm not as concerned with like, oh, I made one panic move. I'm more concerned with the fact that I tried to burn for a whole minute and didn't get anywhere. Like just kept going up. Like that's the part that sucks. Because
do we want to look at the burn sequence? Because we can talk about.
I mean, a little bit, yeah, because
okay, sure. Yeah,
that is something I struggle with. Like I've played a lot of B-type, but I just end up keep burning, and it just keeps going higher and higher. And I think it's just because I default when I'm burning, and it's tough.
So you can okay. So let's let's just watch the sequence.
Okay.
So far everything's correct. You can take a single here.
Okay. I see. Yeah. 4, 5.
And you can, and then the next piece can then go here. Because like once you.
The only thing is that creates no, it doesn't create a dependency because everything goes down one.
Well, what
Never
you're
mind.
gonna do, it creates more dependencies.
Okay, fair enough.
So.
Yeah, that's
like this is correct once you get there, but you can also block off. Like you can just go here as well. Or 1, 2. Like that's also fine. Yeah, you gotta take a single at some point here. You can take a lot of singles with that. This is not like.
Okay, so like. I think I prioritize looking for the right burn, like so I see the
perfect, right?
Right. I think what I would never see that. What I'm looking at is like, oh, I'm looking at 2, 3, and I'm like, okay, I just need to wait for a J, and then I just stack shit at where it goes until I get a J, and so then if I don't get the right piece, I never get out of the burn.
Yeah, but for sure.
So I need to think about how to solve things like that kind of hole without getting the perfect piece.
Yeah, you just for sure need to be thinking about. Like, you should be thinking about what's actively in front of you, rather than holding out too much.
Right. Yeah, I think that is my main problem on burns. Is like, I mean, that the column 2 and 3 look incredibly tempting if a J came in right now. So it's like, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I don't want to plug that up. And then I make it worse.
Yeah.
But you're right, it's solvable by just.
You can take some burns here.
I mean, it's just solvable by throwing the S, and I just would never see that.
If you're gonna hold out, then you shouldn't have gone here to start with, because the piece you were holding out for came right away.
Yeah, and I was like, all right.
It doesn't make sense to hold out.
Well, I was holding out, and then I was like, all right, well, this is about it. I should stop holding out. And then the instant I stop holding out, yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, this like at that point you're forced into this, which is fine. This is fine. This is fine. You don't have much choice there. That's fine. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This probably can't go here because you see how you're trying to make a lone bar dependency.
Can go where? I can't see your mouse, by the way. I don't know if you intended that.
You have to go here.
Okay, that's scary to sort of build a spire.
Basically, you just can't make this lone bar dependency. Like it's the least efficient thing you can do when you're trying to burn to the ground, like making bar dependencies up.
Okay, I do definitely tend to do that a lot, so I need to be more aware of bar dependencies when burning.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, yeah, you don't want to what's it called? Yeah, you just don't want to make bar dependencies. Basically, an ideal. So, oh, oops. Yeah, you just don't want to make this dependency because if you don't get a bar, now you're playing with more fire basically because you're going even. Okay, this absolutely has to go here. Like the second you commit, you have to commit. Like it doesn't make sense to adjust out of the only piece that can go here, you know?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make any sense. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the second you committed to going full commit to like going for a Tetris, basically.
Yeah.
because like otherwise now you're just in like a whole. I mean, you're in a whole world of trouble. If you're gonna commit, you have to commit, and now you're just dead. So. I also noticed that you, like, very minor because it's kind of hard because you only have % of that, but you stacked a little bit on top of the holes you actively had. So
Yeah, I do that. I try to be. That's like the thing I'm most aware of when burning. I don't think about dependencies as much as I should, but the thing I'm probably most aware of when burning is like, don't put it on top of the hole. But then sometimes it's like I can't think of anything else in time, and I'd rather, commit.
This should go one to the right to accommodate.
Gotcha.
Like, I mean, honestly, like all this is coming down to your next box, right? Like, just be thinking about where my next piece can go. Because once you do this, it's kind of awkward if this piece to like played.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you see how this is.
Yeah.
Somewhat ugly. Yeah, I mean, like you should not be forced into taking a burn before you clear, like.
I mean, I wasn't forced,
board,
but for the sake of parity, I guess.
Yeah, but you should not feel pressured into taking a burn before the first 10 pieces even come. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, like on average, if you open the game and you have to take a burn within your first 10 lines, you messed up somewhere.
I gotcha.
You know what I mean? But I mean, this is good. Flat here is better.
Okay.
I mean, again, right? We don't want to kill 3 white and 2 whites.
Right.
The opposite.
Right. Oh, so even okay, that's new. So 2 wide, using a 3 wide and a 2 wide is also bad.
You should just think about what's coming next, right? The square's coming next. It's got a 2 white hole here. You have a 3 white placement here.
Yep.
So it doesn't make sense for you to kill your most optimal 2 white placement
right.
with a 3 white piece. It just doesn't make sense, right? Logistically speaking.
Right.
When you can just do something like that, and then just adjust depending on what the next piece is.
Yeah.
Once you do this, right? First of all, you split the board into this and this. And second of all, where's the square going then? It just doesn't have a nice place to be anymore.
Right.
Without creating more awkwardness. And you see how you had to go on top now.
And then why did I do this instead of throwing this right and putting the Z to the left?
Yeah, this T is a little awkward. It can go in a few different places, but
is throwing it 7, 8, 9 so that the Z can go 1, 2, 3 better, I would think. Than whatever the fuck I'm doing.
I mean, anywhere where this is going towards the left is outside of this is a little awkward. This is the only place on the left that it can.
Oh, that actually looks nice too. Yeah.
You can do this. I think this is what you were alluding to earlier.
Yeah, I mean that's what I see now looking at the game. Now knowing there's a Z coming, but I probably wasn't considering the Z. I think there's a point.
It's also fine.
I think there's a certain point up on the board, once I reach a certain height, where I stop looking at the next piece because I don't have enough time to even think about the piece that I have.
Yeah, but you should think about it you have a ton of time because you're rolling, especially on 8.
I think that's the problem. If you watch when I roll, I usually get the piece where it needs to be or where I want it to be very quickly, and then it just falls for a while. So it's I have the time to think about it, but I don't think I do.
Yeah. But yeah, you have plenty of time. You shouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean the T is already in the place that I'm putting it.
This is definitely not what you want. So.
Yeah.
I mean, this is also this. I mean, this is about the same amount. It's not great, but it's not great. Just take a burn.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Just skip out.
Yeah.
Because now you're just going on a stairway to heaven.
Yeah. Okay. And then I misdropped twice. Yeah.
I mean, that
happens.
Faster. Yeah, just triple out. I mean, looks like you might live this.
I forget, honestly.
I mean, I think you're expected to live. Okay, this is just bad, right?
Putting the L down.
Yeah. I mean, it's not putting the L down. It's where you put the holes here, and your L ends up here. Like you just put
Oh,
more weight on
oh,
for no
oh.
reason.
So
Like,
what would be better? Putting oh.
like it doesn't make any sense to
Oh.
put more weight on the hole. You know what I mean?
I didn't even see that as you're telling me it's bad. Oh my god.
No, yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't make sense because your hole's here. What like now even you burn the line, there's another line on top of it.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the
Like it doesn't
same
make any
space
sense.
occupied except the
It
one
doesn't
worse
make any sense to
square.
do it the way you did versus
Yeah. I
the
see.
other way around.
And I get lucky. And then
Yeah,
I
that's
miss drop again.
that's okay. Yeah, default left first.
Right.
Do you see you just did it again, by the way? I don't
Yeah.
even know if you're thinking. Yeah, I don't
Putting
know
it
if
on
you're
top
thinking
of the
about it, but, like
hole.
you're literally just putting more weight on the hole for no reason. Like you don't need
Yeah.
to do that.
I mean, at this height, I'm just like, oh god, where does it fit?
Yeah, but
And I
no,
did.
I think you should. I think you have. I think you're expected to have more time than you have.
Yeah, I know I definitely have more time than I think I do. You're right. I think I panic a bit much. I shouldn't do that because I need to burn down.
I mean, I think this is like relatively fine. Like yeah, like it all works out. Okay, like all works out is not the right word of saying it.
Yeah,
I think,
I know
I
what
think
you
the
mean.
pieces you were given relative to the stack you have, like where they went is like reasonable.
Right,
It's not like you made like an egregious mistake.
right. And this is an easy transfer.
Yeah, this is a good transfer.
Well, except that now this piece is awkward.
This is now awkward. Maybe.
Maybe I just throw that.
Maybe I think you just need to be maybe you just need to be patient here, and just go
Yeah.
like, just hold out a few pieces and see what happens.
Yeah.
Because you don't actually have that good of a
I
transfer.
think like the main thing I'm learning is I need to be less committal. Like I don't need to commit as quick. I have the time to think about the because it seems like looking at the game now, it's not like I haven't even played Tetris since this video. So it's like it's not like I've gotten better, but I'm seeing what would have been better a lot of the time. So it's like if I give myself that time in game,
That's the value, right? That's why
right?
this is not good. Like this is just not good. Well, it's not bad, I guess, but
Yeah.
um,
Do that and then burn. Oh, okay.
Well, you're trying to go. I'm assuming you're just gonna build on.
I think I was just trying to get clean at this point, but I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I see. That makes sense.
I mean, even if you're gonna burn out, then T here doesn't make sense. Like unless you're gonna take a single.
That's what I was thinking, but yeah, I mean, it's not good.
It doesn't make sense to take a single though. You're not at any risk. Like,
Right, right,
You're low. Like you just go for it. Just put one off. Like it's fine.
right.
And oh, sorry. Cats are starting to go a little insane. You see how this T is bad? Because square's next.
Yep. No, yeah, I think I panicked. So, like, how late that flip was tells me that I didn't know what to do with it.
You just put the T on the opposite side that you're chilling, you know?
Right.
You can adjust here.
Okay.
Oh, J tuck, right? We talked about that shape.
Yeah. I see it all the way to the left.
Yeah, I don't. There's just yeah. It's just better than. It's just better. But
Yep.
Not by a whole lot, so.
Yeah, enough.
It's just your parody's not great. Yeah, yeah. This is all a little awkward. Wait, so, buddy, what are you doing? This is all good. You can either adjust this one over, right, to accommodate for the next S, or the square one over, right? You can adjust for an S that way, or you can do what you did. They're both fine.
Okay.
Yeah, this is fine.
That was a misdrop. Yeah.
It happens. Okay, that's fine. Sure, that's fine. One over. Again, right? Don't want to kill the 2 whites and 3 whites. So.
Oh, I see.
One over and you have a.
I'm Tetris ready. Yeah.
You're not only Tetris ready. It's just that your parody's better. Like if you just look at where this goes.
Yep. I mean, I honestly, once I already committed to that S going there, I probably should have just burned the one line with the J to just not fuck up the parody so bad.
They're both options, but yeah, if you're gonna, I mean
Ideally, the S doesn't go there in the first place.
The best answer is that it shouldn't be there in the first
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
Yeah, this is good. Sure, that's fine. I mean, you didn't have much choice. I would just commit to burns. Yeah. Oh,
Why did that not go to the right, man? I don't even know. I don't even know.
Okay, I mean, this is all a little awkward, but that's okay.
And why did I throw that to the right? It just adds more burning for no reason. And I'm gonna put this right on the... Oh, I didn't. Okay. But then I did that, but that's worse. Yeah, that's worse. Why would that not go left?
Oh, you're just gonna build on top. All right,
Okay.
sure, go for it, man. That's just
GG's. Yep, all is absolved. Oh yeah, put that right on top of the hole. Why don't we? Why throw that to the right, man?
This is all fine. Like, I mean,
I think it's fine because I'm getting good pieces. I don't think it's fine in general. Ugh. That's ugly when I know I have a square coming.
I mean, that's just I don't think that's the right sequence. This is fine. You can tuck. You probably should just tuck this.
You think? Oh, so
if you're gonna do this, you should just take the double.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But like either way,
But then where does the square go? If I take the double?
It just has to go all the way right. 9-10.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, like you could say that, right? But like where is your T gonna go? What's you know what I mean? Like where's the square gonna go either way?
Yeah, I mean, ideally on top of the T, and then I get a nice convenient tuck with the T there. Oh, it actually would have worked if I had put the square on 4 and 5. Or, yeah, 4 and 5, and then tuck the T.
I guess you gotta adjust it for a tuck. That's also reason.
Yeah.
Like, you got a few places to tuck T's into.
Yeah.
Probably ideally is all the way left, like square 3-4.
Square 3-4, and then tuck. Okay. Yeah, because then that leaves open the J or the L. Right.
Oh yeah, you just square 3-4 T1-2.
Yep.
I think that's ideal, but
yeah,
it's kind of hard to see. Sure. I mean, we're just building on top now. That's fine.
I should have gone left. I just didn't think of it in time.
That's okay. At least you see it. Okay. Now we're gonna play normal again.
Yep.
No, we're not. That's okay. Yeah. All the way left. All the way left first. Always default all the way left.
Which piece?
The bar.
Oh. Okay. Gotcha. All the way left.
Bar's got to go all the way left because you see what's next. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was like.
Even if this is the next, the bar should always go all the way left.
Yeah, I mean, in my head, I'm like creating a 3 wide for the J or the L, but that's dumb.
Yeah. I mean, this is just not the right default, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, we skim out. Sure, it's fine. That's fine. Fine.
Not
It's
fine
kind of
because
awkward,
that fucks everything up.
It's awkward, but like it is. Okay. Okay. Well, now it's a little awkward.
A little bit. Phantom burn.
I mean, now just committed to the burn, or I guess now you're committed to going on top.
Well, I think I misdropped the one. I was like, well, I might as well. You fucker! Put that to the left.
Well, it's just like you should always I think like again, like even when you're building, you should not lose your fundamentals. Like okay.
That T should have easily gone the T spot, and then this. Yeah. This like, T should go in 3, 4, 5, and then it's an easy. Yeah.
But like even after this, like this T needs to go all the way left.
Yeah.
Again, right? Like just all the phases all the way left.
I think
right.
I think in my brain I'm thinking I need to create a flat surface for the square, but I mean either way I have a square. I have a place for the square. So
yeah, I mean obviously you blocked a hole, which is a little unfortunate, but I think it happens, especially when you're kind of high.
Yeah.
Oh, this is reasonable. Actually,
that could have been adjusted.
If you're really seeing it, like you would have put the bar here. And then,
yeah.
But like, it's kind of hard to see that. So.
Well, yeah, with that amount of time at least.
I mean, it's just hard to see when you're trying to clear downwards. All right.
Now I'm gonna kill myself. Cool.
Next game.
You don't have to go through all of them, by the way. I just recorded what I thought would be a reasonable amount of footage.
Yeah, no transition is kind of sad. Or like no surviving transition. I mean, like, it
Oh,
would be nice
oh,
to see a game where you get to transition
oh.
and
Oh,
like play a little bit out.
yeah. I mean, I can do that in the
I don't
future.
know if you have. I don't know if you have one in like this session, but
No, in this session, I don't think I had any 19 games. But I mean, I have recorded 19 games.
it would be nice to do 19.
If you want to look at that, I can send you a
Sure,
recorded
yeah,
19.
maybe we should put on the 18 because we've watched the 18.
Okay.
I think you kind of get the point on the 18.
One sec.
I mean, we can literally just watch your PB game or what.
My PB game goes to 29, so.
That's fine.
Okay. Alright, one sec. I will pull it up for you. Alright. Sent it.
Holy, the caption.
Yeah, you like the clickbait?
That's Joe.
Keep in mind, this was a month ago. So it's pre-doing any adjustments.
That's okay. I mean, well,
Like that, what the fuck is that, man? And what the why is...
I mean, as long as you know.
I know. And what is that? Oh my god. How did I get a 900k in this game? It's just because 19 was crazy. That's all it was. It's just I got insanely lucky on 19.
I mean, all this is fine. Ish.
That should have burned, I feel like.
No, that's fine. What you do is fine. Okay, this is like incredibly greedy, but I get it's your Tetris.
I suppose.
I think this is fine.
Do you default left with that J ever?
Oh, I considered it, yeah. Like,
Because I'm considering it
in
now.
general, I don't love this.
In my head, it's like not this piece, but like a few pieces after.
Yeah, I know that. But like,
Yeah.
I'm saying that this I would default all the way left to tease that.
Right. That's fair. Yeah. In my head, like when I'm trying to solve like this, it's like
This I would probably consider all the way left first.
yeah, because like okay.
Because like you can both of these pieces can go to the left, and your left side looks a lot better, right?
Yeah, I think the way my brain works, I'm like, oh well, 7-8 kind of needs it, whereas the left can be solved without it. But really, it's just it's awkward.
Either way, you need. I think either way, what you should be thinking about, is that you should assume that you're gonna need multiple.
Right.
And if you assume you're gonna need multiple, then you should just do left.
Right.
Because like realistically speaking, you're gonna need multiple, like of anything, right? Like either bar, J.
Right.
So if you're under the assumption that you're gonna need multiple, you should always do left.
Okay.
That's what I would do. So
Fair enough.
I mean, this is fine so far.
Why? What are we doing, man? No, I mean, this is probably one of the luckiest games you'll ever watch. There's no reason I should have a 900k with this stacking. Yep.
You don't need to take a triple there, but
yeah, I could have adjusted if.
And this is fine, by the way, because yeah, you had Tetris coming. If you're just going for Tetris, like if you're just going for a pace game to doing, that's fine. But maybe not a competition default.
Right.
I like a left, right. Okay, like I know I said left, right, but like, I don't like when you make this shape, right?
Okay. Your thing's gone. Oh, there it is.
I don't like it when you do this.
Okay.
So I would just.
Right, you said you want as much open area on the left as possible, so that more pieces can go there.
About like only one hole, like on the left.
Yeah, because only 2 pieces can really go there, or 3, I guess. But
like it works out because you can specifically do what you're gonna. I hope what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Which is correct. But...
Yeah.
Like this is all fine. Sure. It's a little greedy not to burn with any of those.
Yeah.
Like especially with this T, I think. Because again, right, it does bad things to your parity. So, like,
Yeah, I
this is
think
like
I need to
this
be
is the
more
exact
willing.
like this is the exact sequence that lets you get out of that with.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. The only way that doing the T makes efficient sense is if I get 3 bars after.
But this does not guarantee that you don't burn. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it means that you might burn later.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
it honestly means I probably burn more later, because look at this
yeah,
fucking
exactly.
shape on the
'Cause
left now.
your left is really fucked.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I told you this is the luckiest
these
game you'll
pieces,
ever watch. I know.
these pieces is gelling.
This is the luckiest game you will ever watch. That should have gone to left. Oh, hi there. Yeah, that's beautiful. Good to know. Yeah, like I said, this was before I was looking at the next piece while playing, so...
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's practice.
Well, yeah, it's funny. Now I've started looking at the next piece, and I've gotten worse. Because that's how improvement always goes. Get worse, worse before you get better. What the... That had to be an accident.
Oh, that was a little strange, but that's okay.
I probably just, like, accidentally tapped the back of the controller once more.
Yeah, that's fair. This is kind of...
That's ugly. I feel like I shouldn't create that shape.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah, for sure.
At least that burn's not bad.
Nah, these sequences are...
I told you this game's ridiculous.
Alright, interesting.
Dude, look at this flip that I don't hit. But spin tuck was gonna be nasty.
Oh, really, but you don't need a spin tuck. You don't even need a spin tuck there.
But it would have been nasty. And then I tuck a square. Oh, beautiful. What I see in my mind would have been, and then I panic, of course. But because what I thought was gonna happen is not what happened.
I mean, that happens to all of us. Happened at CTWC to someone. I can't remember which game exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, it's the building equivalent of phantom burns when you're like, oh, this is gonna happen, and then it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, it happens a lot.
But the pieces are very kind to me this game, so it doesn't particularly matter.
I mean, PBs are always outliers too.
Yeah, it's fair.
So, like, it's... If this is, like, an outlier, then...
I mean, I realistically think if I get this piece sequence again, I get like a 1.2 million. This piece sequence was stupid. I even played on 29 a little bit when I didn't even know how to play on 29. This is greedy as shit. Just destroy my whole board for 1 Tetris.
Well, you didn't even get a Tetris, you burned a triple.
Did I?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't notice in the moment, and I still didn't notice now. I don't know what to do with that T. Is throwing that to the right okay?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not the end of the road.
Okay.
Like, this is all fine. Like, this is good. This is good.
That's a misdrop, presumably.
I assume you didn't mean to adjust
Yeah,
for that.
I don't
That would have been a pretty sick adjustment if it was.
Yeah, no, I don't think that one
This is
was
good,
on
though.
purpose.
This delayed burn is really nice.
Okay. That square should not have gone there in hindsight, right? Because I had the L or J coming.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have the greatest options once this is your shape. Like, you either commit to blocking off the hole or you go on top. But
Yeah.
it's not ideal. Maybe if you...
I think I would, in hindsight, I would take the 2 burn, throwing it right, so that I could resolve the parity by throwing the J 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Yeah.
Because now, look, I'm gonna burn more anyways than I would have just thrown square over.
Yeah. I mean, it happens to everyone. Everyone that tries to play for like GB or whatever, kind of mistake.
Yeah.
You're trying to play for what's like the highest score in your mind, but by trying to like take the least burns or whatever. But then you end up taking more burns because you have that in your...
Yeah. Dude, these pieces are insane. It's so many T's and bars.
First, all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your pieces are definitely quite generous.
Yeah, I wouldn't have an idea with that.
This is good. That's fine. Skim here is good. Here's ideal. Nice. Probably just... Like, now you don't have an ideal place for this. So I would probably just committed to other than this probably.
Mm-hmm.
Just because now you don't have a great place.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little scary, but sure. Good pieces.
Right. Knowing that the bar is coming, that's better.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Not a
No, not a
huge
ton
difference,
better, but
like
yeah.
like it is better, but it's just not a ton better. So
Right.
not the end of the world if you don't see it.
That was dumb. I destroyed the 3 wide.
I would resolve this first, yeah.
Yeah.
Like more important than like resolving the 3 wide, I would try to fix this hole.
Right.
I always try to fix those holes if I have to. Like if I have them, I always try to fix them first.
Right. But of course, I'm gonna get the perfect pieces, so it doesn't matter.
These are good pieces, yeah. Nice. I mean, really nice. Don't love this.
No, especially because I have the Z coming.
Yeah, you could have just gone T here.
Yep. Yep.
But I mean, we've talked about that enough at this point, so I think I'm gonna stop pointing out.
I mean, I'm like, it's in my head, but I'm still gonna do it in a game, and then I'm gonna look at myself and be like, why the fuck did I do that?
I mean, at least as long as it's in your head, like I think the job is done. So
Yeah, well,
you just have to think about it, and then because you have to be the one that commits to like learning it and getting out of your
yeah.
system.
Part one is getting it in my head, but actually doing it in game is gonna be a whole painful process. It's okay though. I want to get better. Hate that shape. Yuck. And why didn't that go to the right, knowing that I have a Z coming? Yuck.
I mean, as long as you see it, you can skim here.
I can skim here.
I mean, first of all, like you should more than definitely be able to adjust for that.
Yeah. I mean, I had enough time. I just wasn't thinking. Like I says before, I looked at the next piece.
You can skim this.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. That's not something I probably would see even now. But
yeah, definitely something to look for then. Like just like when you can make these skims because they're really useful.
Right.
Okay, we transition.
Everything goes perfect on 19 because my 19 was.
I'll be honest, I didn't even realize we got to transition already.
Yeah. My 19 is so bad that like all the pieces have to be perfect for me to survive. So that I know that this just went well.
Okay, so where do you think the square should go then?
Here all the way right, especially on 19 when I'm not comfortable.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, either way, I think this is fine.
Oh wow, yeah, that's beautiful.
Or like if you're not confident,
wow,
like square here into like something like this.
Yeah. Huh. Can you tell I'm panicking?
That's some confident Tetris.
Can you tell I'm panicking? Subtle, I know. What?
Oh my days.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I just hold out for the right piece that fills the hole.
Yeah, well, you could T could have just gone here into a J burn.
Yeah.
That's okay though. Some nice burns. Okay. I mean, we got it to where it needed to go.
Yeah, I'm panicking at this point. This is already approaching my PB at the time, so.
Alright, fair enough.
My PB at the time was like 700k, so.
Yeah, definitely a bit of panic. Sure. That's okay.
Well, that's why I said the pieces had to be perfect for this to go to 29 because yeah.
Where should this have gone? Oh, oops. Wrong thing. Wrong extension.
Well. Oh, right. Or for being real crazy, you lay it.
If we're being real crazy, this is fine.
Lay it flat on what is that? 6-7. Tuck the square, but I wouldn't have known the square was coming.
Well,
yeah, if there was a square coming next.
First of all, you couldn't have done that because the square is not even the next piece. It's this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Theoretically, if this next piece is a square, yeah, I see. I think I meant to put it in 2-3 and misdrop, but even that's bad. So.
I mean, if you really want to do something, like you can do this.
Right. Well, that's what I was. Oh wow. Jesus. No, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
pretty hard.
I don't think I want to do that.
It's pretty hard to do that, like even for me. So like it's yeah, I think you're like,
Yeah.
but yeah, like it is. I mean, it is for sure an option. Like, um,
Yeah, I see. So throwing it all the way right, especially when I'm gonna have a good piece to burn at the next turn.
like the safe thing is just
Yeah, I wouldn't have seen that at all. I would have thought that that would fuck up the stack, and so I wouldn't have done it.
yeah. I mean, these are just panic burns, but like I'm sure I feel like you don't do that. You probably wouldn't do that anymore.
No, I've gotten better
Not
at
as much. I mean,
19. I just gotten more comfortable rolling on 19 or thinking on that. Yeah, that should have gone in the middle so that I had the place for the.
yeah. But I mean, you see it. So
Yeah,
oh god.
but don't worry, I get perfect pieces because it's my PV.
I mean, that's how every PV works.
Oh my god. If only I got these pieces again. It's alright. I don't need these pieces. I can get the worst pieces in the world and I'll have a max out soon.
I mean, yeah, as long as like once you get better, like
Yeah.
man, these pieces are nice though.
I told you it's the luckiest game you'll ever see.
I mean, this is fine. Something's got to go here, like before you clear all these 2 whites and 3 whites. But I think you can like kind of see it.
Yeah.
If you watch this back yourself, like you'll see. That's good. That's good. That's good. Sure. Not the most confident, but
Yeah.
these are all like acceptable moves. I mean, this is already PB, so I assume you just.
Yep. I mean, this is well over PB at this point. My PB was like 702 or something.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're getting a little bit frantic.
I actually wasn't looking at the score past like 680, but like at this point I knew it's a PB. But when I looked up and it said 900k, I was like, holy fuck! Like that's not what I was expecting. I don't know why I didn't burn right there.
This is like so awkward.
Yeah.
I like it about this.
Rolling moment. And double bar moment.
You could have maxed this game. Like even after all that, like you could have maxed this game.
Dude, kill me. Imagine going from a 700k to a max with this level of stacking.
Some people have done it, like unironically. Like some people have some really crazy skips.
But like with this level of skill, it's not where like it should not be. This is where I lose the max. This burn here is incredibly inefficient.
You lost it on 27.
Oh, okay. Well, this burn also, I just take way too long to get out of this.
Yeah, I mean, I think your 27 just probably killed any chances.
And that was dumb.
Yeah, now you're just like burning to the ground. But
yeah.
Do you go 1 on top? I hope so.
I think I thought about it because I was 29 is coming.
You do. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's hard. It's kind of hard to say because it was. At least like based on what you're saying, I don't know. You said you're a lot better than this.
I'm a lot more comfortable on 19, and I certainly am seeing a lot of dumb decisions. That doesn't mean I would necessarily.
That's 19 rolling.
Oh, well, that was at the time. That was before this.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just some. I think that covers most of it. It's like
okay.
I think you recognize.
Yeah. Do you have advice for applying these things? Is it just like play and just don't focus on how the game is going? Just think about.
Well, the first thing is just like draw an invisible line and then.
Don't move a piece until it gets there.
Not to not move a piece, like, but you should like give yourself some time to think about the next pieces.
Okay.
Maybe I can pull up some stuff up on an emulator. Like,
do you think there's any merit in like doing a game where like I pause every time I'm unsure about a piece placement and think about it and then drop it?
I think if that's the case, you should just record back your games and try to go back and look at it.
Okay.
And then explore then.
Okay.
Basically, basically like run it through stack. It's basically like running it through, except you're just.
Yeah.
Like something I do is like, oh, this is the wrong email. Hold on, I'm gonna unshare my screen.
Okay.
Share my range. Like I'm sure like somewhere in like the archive I still have like videos on this channel. Oh, I do. Okay, hold on. So like, this is my own VOD from like eons ago.
Yeah.
So like, what I would do is like if I don't agree with that placement, I would pause and like think about it. Like, so I mean, so far I agree with all my placements, except for that. I think I should have been swapped.
Hmm.
Like, but then like that's what I mean though. Like, if you see a placement that you don't agree with, like this J should have gone here, the bar should have gone here.
Yeah, yeah.
But like you see what I mean though. Like I just think about where it should, and then I'll. So this was such a long time ago. Jesus fucking Christ.
When was this from? Oh,
2 years ago.
that's not that long ago.
Yeah, but I suck. Like this is wrong. Like this T should have gone here.
Yeah. Yeah, you did the thing you tell me not to do.
Yeah.
When you have an S or Z coming and you put the T in the too wide.
Yeah. I mean, I should have put them thinking. I think I don't remember the context of when I was playing this game, but I think I was just chilling.
Ah, shit. That's when it happens.
But yeah, you just like think about it. Like here, this should be a 5 and below, right here.
Yeah. Oh wow. That's beautiful.
Like, what I should be doing here is like I should be doing.
Yep.
But am I actually gonna do it? Like let's find out.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that's the stuff you should be thinking about.
Yeah.
And then like this is all fine. This should go here first. Yeah. But yeah, like that's just like an example. You literally should just go through your own games and just like compare placements to where you think they should go versus what they actually.
Okay.
Like that's like probably one of the better ways to like. You don't have to do. You also don't have to do it on your own games. You can do it on anyone's games.
Yeah, I do that. I think for me the analysis part is the easy part, and the actual doing it in game is the hard part.
Yeah, but like, you're not. I don't know. Like doing the game is just gonna take time. You're just gonna have to keep practicing until you do.
Right.
Because it's just harder.
You're making some adjustments that I'm not sure are better.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like this.
Like what was that?
This for sure I know is not correct.
Okay. Glad that's clear.
Like I mean, like nobody plays perfect, right?
No.
It's like,
that was a good adjustment.
This adjustment is good.
Yeah, that was a beautiful adjustment.
This is fine.
That was a good placement.
This should go here. This should go here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like all of this is fine. I like it. Keep in mind this is 2 years ago. Nowadays I would have filled this hole like way early.
Right.
But, like this is not correct. Like,
right, because you could have laid the J down.
Yeah, like this square plate, like, and this
and now you're in an ugly situation.
I mean, this is a PV game at the time, so it must have gone quite lucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should have gone here.
Yep.
But again, PV game.
You get lucky. Wow, look how it resolves itself.
Like everyone's PB game is resolved.
Yeah.
That's probably whatever. Not the end of the world. Bro, this is so greedy. Like no, like yeah, like you can see I'm literally only playing.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally just full plays. Like if I was playing in a comp game, I wouldn't have stacked like that. So, but like all this is, that's fine honestly. Like this, it could also have gone here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, I don't think that's that bad. I'm not sure if there's anywhere better for that to go.
There, you could have created a dependency knowing you had a bar coming with the square.
Yeah, but I also could have, like, that would have meant I didn't score the Tetris there, so I think that's my thought process.
That's fair.
Not sure if it was better, so. I mean, I'm not sure it's correct. I mean, it's not correct, actually, not what I was.
Yeah, taking the burn there.
You can go Vits here.
Oh.
You can Vits into score in Tetris if you're, like, fully playing for pace.
Yeah.
But But yeah, like I don't know, like this is
That,
yeah. You
yeah,
just watch your own, like if you just watch your games back,
yeah.
notice you do like this is dumb, right? Like this is
Yeah.
clearly
I mean, I do that kind of thing all the time. I set up a tuck and then I realize that there's no space for it.
yeah, or just the pieces don't come that
Right.
allow you to do certain moves.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's another like general concept you should probably talk about. You actually have a lot of like you have a ton of burns to score like consistently 500k on 18.
Right.
Like you can afford to make a lot of mistakes. It's just that if you remove those mistakes, it's easy to get 6 higher.
Right.
Well, it's not easy for everyone, but like it's easy if you practice enough and you get good enough at it to like basically do it almost every time.
Is 500k transition the goal?
If you haven't maxed yet.
Okay.
Because again, right, 500 pre, 500 post is ideal.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, the ideal is as much as you can get on
That's fair.
But like, at least for now, consistent 500k at transition would be a huge step.
I think my average transition is probably like 380. So
380 is on the lower end. Like it's like if your average is 380, then you're a little bit away from maxing out.
right.
Assuming you don't get like a really good game going.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. If I got the pieces from that other game again, I probably would max out, but that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's not unreasonable to expect that things, right?
Yeah.
That's fine, yeah.
Ooh,
so yeah, like this.
that was
like
pretty. Yeah, that was pretty. I wouldn't have done that. I would have done something else and thought it was good and never known what you did.
But yeah, like this is all reasonable. This should be a. I was with debate this. I was wondering between S flat and just taking it like. I think this is better because with S flat like, oh, I'd probably have to burn more. I should.
Oh, that should have been for the square. Yeah, yep, 3-4.
But like, yeah, you can like literally just watch your own.
Yeah. Yeah, I do feel confident in that part, and I think maybe I just have to do it enough that it gets drilled into my head when I actually play.
Yeah, like I also noticed like some very minor things that like are just good for parity that I'm doing in this game compared to like just like an average game, like just like the average player.
Right.
Which is like good to notice, but at the same time, this took like a lot of practice.
Yeah, that's true. I guess noticing things that are good is also worthwhile when you analyze. It's easy to just be like, that sucked, that sucked.
Yeah, like there's also things that like that are good. Like like I'm noticing that like at this time, and I didn't really set up like intentional spin adjustments, for example.
Right.
I'm sure I could have probably set up some kind of T-spin. Like I'm sure I could have said something.
I'm sure there was one. There's always a T-spin.
I mean, this pace isn't bad.
No, this pace is great. Probably better than I've ever gotten. I think I had my first 600k pace the other day.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
That was at CTWC.
Holy, well, that's a good place to have it.
I think I ended with like 805 or something, but
that's pretty good.
Well, it means I died pretty quick into 19 with 600k pace. That should be easy.
Like, if your PP is 900k and you score an 800,
that's fair.
Like that's pretty good.
That's fair.
I don't like these placements.
Yeah, I would have liked that L vertical.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Oh, that was beautiful.
I like that one.
Shit.
Yeah, this is not the best sequence I've ever gone.
But you'll get lucky. I have a feeling you're going to PB in this game, so.
Well, at the time, yeah.
Oop. Yeah, you could have adjusted for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that either, but like there was also not that many great places for that, so.
No.
Man, these are some nice pieces. Okay.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah, squares all the way left. Like, do you know the reason behind that?
No.
It's just because they're like clunky pieces. It's like the same reason why you would put bars all the way.
Right. Oh, because they're if you put them anywhere else, they're awkward.
Oh yeah, like see.
Double spin.
Here I accidentally like misflipped or whatever, so it just didn't. didn't get a Tetris off it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try not to keep like misflips too much into consideration because
No, yeah.
like these I don't consider them like mistakes basically. Like they're
Yeah.
obviously mistakes, but like they also happen. So like it is what.
I do the same thing with
I
misdrops.
focus more on like real mistakes, like real stacking mistakes that like are within my realm of control.
Yeah, I mean, I do the same thing with misdrops because it's like I practice mechanics already, and that's the whole point of practicing mechanics is not misdropping as much. So
Yeah.
being like, hey, that was a misdrop is kind of dumb because I'm already practicing it.
This game should have been 1.3, by the way. Like if I didn't misflip that.
Yeah. Well,
Like, this
there's
game is
your max out.
1.3-able, I think.
Especially if you got to level 30. Oh, that could have been. Yeah, yeah. That. Oh my god, and you got unlucky. That lost you some pace. Oh, come on.
Oh, that's good. That's not as good, but I'm playing for max pace at this point.
Oh, missed the tap. Or is it just too fast?
Yeah, I just missed it.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I don't know much about
That's
tap speed. I don't actually know what's
I'm pretty slow, so.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't really know what's possible and what's not, to be honest.
I'm slower than the average player.
Gotcha. Is that why you decided to get good at stacking?
One of the reasons.
Or are you just an analytical person?
Kind of both. I mean, this is a pretty free 1.2. I think I set up on intentionally instead of like the triple there is enough for a 1.2.
Right.
I didn't have a 1.2 at a time, but I was just like, nah, fuck.
Oh my god. Holy greedy. Holy greedy. And you put that? Oh yeah. Oh nice. Way to get that over. Holy shit. Look at this. Slow tapper my ass. Aw.
I mean, that was a pretty fortunate sequence.
Yeah, I mean, still, you got a piece all the way.
Yeah, but like you see what I mean though. You can just
Yeah.
learn a lot from it. So yeah, I guess like any like questions in general.
I don't think so. I think I just got to play the game and think about everything, which is hard, but you did the part that I can't do, which is nice. Well, not that I can't, but it helps to have, it's like you're pushing me. I can keep the momentum, but
Yeah. You just have to practice and then like get it into your system, I think.
yeah. All right, well, I will practice, and then when I feel like I've hit another wall, I will come back to you and we can review again.
Yeah, just let me know.
All right, thank you.